Calabasas residents asking, can you hear us? How the city is responding to a new survey about bad cell phone service.
And extreme danger, the concerning new report that LA homeowners top.
And strike averted. The deal means that you can keep shopping at Ralph's. News at 5 starts now.
News, weather, and sports. Live from Malibu, this is NewsWaves 32.
Calling out bad cell phone service. Calabasas leaders respond to a discouraging new survey about making calls in the city, especially during emergencies. Good evening, I'm Jenna Gartner.
And I'm Josie Leonetti. Welcome to the Thursday night edition of NewsWaves. Residents in Calabasas say making cell phone calls is always a problem, and it's a problem that became even greater during the Woolsey fire. NewsWaves 32 reporter Brianna Willis is live in Calabasas with how the city is owning the problem. Bree?
Thanks, Josie. I am here in Calabasas, and last night it was cell towers just like the one you can see here behind me that became the main topic of conversation: no cell service. Residents of Calabasas have expressed concerns about cellular service throughout the city.
Rent's already expensive as it is, so if we're paying a lot of money to live in an area, I think they should at least do something for the cell service, you know, because no one really has a landline anymore. Everyone has a cell phone like I have in my hand right now, so if you're paying for a place to live, and then I think you should at least have that part of the amenity. Yeah, you're close to a beach, but cell service is also very important, especially in our time that we live in today.
Typical bad service became a real issue during the Woolsey fire, according to cellular satisfaction survey that was discussed at last night's city council meeting. Of the 784 responses from residents within city limits, more than two-thirds, 66.2% of residents, expressed that they were not satisfied with cell service during the Woolsey fire. And the problem extends just beyond the Woolsey fire and emergency situations. 61.2% of residents said that they are not satisfied or very dissatisfied with cellular service within the entire city of Calabasas. The city is listening, but the response discussed at last night's city council meeting is vague. The city is planning to get together with the task force and the media department to discuss what the next steps are, and hopefully revise the ordinance about cellular towers within the city. Live from Calabasas for NewsWaves 32, I'm Brianna Willis.
Thank you, Bree. Malibu is sending out emergency notification tests starting today for Central Malibu residents on the coastal side. Tests will continue September 18th for residents inland and again on September 26th for western Malibu. The city is seeking to ensure that everyone in Malibu can be reached during an emergency. If you do not receive a test message, contact Malibu City Hall. Like summer temperatures are back.
We experienced warmer weather today, but will it last through the weekend? Alina joins us early with the details.
Wind speeds and temperatures are up in Malibu. It is currently 83 degrees. Normally, such winds bring concern about wildfires. However, humidities in the area are high and will remain so, making for a low fire risk. Humidity in Calabasas is lower, but the fire risk there is still low. For Calabasas, the fire risk will increase to moderate Saturday, but go back down to the low by week. I'll be back with your full weekend forecast in about 5 minutes. Until then, I'll send it back to you. Jenna, at the desk.
Well, a preliminary NTSB report confirms that all crew members on board the Conception were asleep when the fire erupted. Regulations require at least one member to be on roving overnight watch, but with no one awake when the fire started, it was too late to warn all the passengers. Divers recovered the last of the 34 victims who died in the fire yesterday. However, we still don't know what caused the fire.
A strike evaded with a deal reached. Workers at Ralph's, Albertsons, and Vaughn's pavilions throughout Southern California came together to ratify a new contract with the chains. In June, the workers voted to authorize a strike if a deal could not be reached. The 3-year deal reached today includes pay increases depending on job classification. Officials with the union issued a statement saying the deal represents the most significant increase in wages and benefits for grocery store workers in over 30 years.
The city of Calabasas is taking action to identify homeless people in the city. The city's Connect app now includes a homeless encounter option. This lets residents notify the city when they encounter anyone who may be experiencing homelessness. An email will then be sent to city staff with the exact location and description of the person. Members of the public who download the app will also be able to see the details of these submissions.
Calabasas is about to get a little greener. The city will be putting in 4 new electric vehicle charging stations, 2 at De Anza Park and 2 at the Tennis and Swim Center. These new charging stations will more than double the current number of stations in the city. The De Anza Park charging station is expected to be finished by mid-October, and the Tennis and Swim Center stations by mid-November. Extreme risk.
A new report points to double trouble, the danger and cost that comes with owning a home in California.
Don't pull out your fall sweaters just yet. The warmer temperatures will stick around a little longer. Your weekend forecast is next.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first thing, helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
What are you, superheroes?
Just 4 brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
The Los Angeles area officially has the highest risk of homes being damaged or destroyed by a wildfire. These Los Angeles maps show the high or extreme risk wildfire areas nearby. A new real estate information report puts LA at the top of the risk list with an almost 122,000 residences at danger. The report says this is due to vegetation, mountain slopes, recurring fire activity, and proximity to wildland areas. Following LA for wildfire risk are Riverside and San Diego.
Well, that is certainly scary to hear, especially after the Woolsey fire almost coming up on a year.
Exactly.
And especially because I've been hearing the temperatures are going to be increasing.
Temperatures aren't going to be quite increasing. They will be a little bit, but for the most part, it's going to stay pretty moderate temperatures.
That's good to know.
I like to wear a jacket just because of the wind.
Absolutely. It was hot today, so hopefully
but it was pretty hot today. It should be about the same, maybe cooling down a bit.
Great.
So let's take a look at our regional temperatures map. Malibu will stay humid in about 83 degrees. Tonight should bring lows in the mid-60s. The surrounding areas vary a bit more, with Calabasas presenting a toasty 91 degrees. We can see Agora Hills is also a hot 91 degrees. Thousand Oaks is a bit cooler with 83 degrees, and Santa Monica is the coolest, presenting a current temperature of 74 degrees. Now let's take a look at the fire danger. Even while it has been a bit windy this past week, everyone should be happy to hear fire danger continues to remain very low in Malibu and its surrounding areas. If you're looking to catch a few waves this week, the surf at Zuma will not bring anything too gnarly. If you are a beginner, this weekend might be the right time to grab your board and paddle out. Waves are expected to be anywhere from 2 to 3 feet for the next few days. This week's forecast presents comfortable temperatures for the next few days, remaining in the mid-70s. Friday, we can expect a moderately windy day, blowing in at about 13 miles per hour. Temperatures are expected to be in the high 74 and a low of 62. You're going to want to make sure you're wearing sunscreen the entire week, though, as the UV rays are going to be very high. So
if we head to the beach this weekend, make
We're
sure
gonna get a good tan. We're gonna get a good tan, though.
You're gonna get a good tan, though. I
that.
would make sure you're wearing your sunscreen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those UV rays are killer.
Yeah.
They're killer, especially on your ears. That's always where I get
You really
burned.
gotta stay safe.
Good tip.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Well, back on the field and under fire. The NFL superstar whose future is in jeopardy just days after signing with the Patriots.
And the race is on. What you need to know as athletes from all over. Get ready to bike, swim, and run through Malibu this weekend. It's the Malibu Triathlon.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you.
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
How about the hand?
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Zane!
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Well, now we have Hannah with us with sports. What do you have in
Some
sports for us
upsetting
today?
news, I
I
think.
heard that
Yeah, there's a
from the
lot of
NFL.
ups and downs. We've
Yeah,
got some good news, bad news, all over the place. So we'll start with the NFL. Today, New England Patriots wide receiver Antonio Brown is accused of rape. Brown faces a federal lawsuit after Brittany Taylor, Brown's ex-personal trainer, accused him of rape and sexual assault misconducts. Brown's attorney denied these allegations, claiming that their past interactions were entirely consensual. NFL officials said that these allegations are not being investigated at this time, and no criminal charges will be pursued as of today. Brown will be allowed to play this weekend. Pepperdine's women's volleyball prepares the next home tournament after a solid start last weekend. Pepperdine started out strong, winning their first match against California Baptist 3-0 Thursday evening and defeating Fairfield University 3-1 Friday. After a well-fought battle, Pepperdine came up short in their match against Texas A&M, losing 1-3. Pepperdine hosts the A6 Classic tournament this weekend, bringing in University of Utah, University of Pittsburgh, and Cal Poly. Golden State Warriors owner Joe LaCobe purchased a new residence in Malibu. Lacob and his wife Nicole found their perfect oceanside home with a big price tag. The happy couple will reside in this almost $30 million mansion at Carbon Beach near Pacific Coast Highway. This home is over 5,500 square feet and includes 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and plenty of ocean views. It's race weekend. The Nautica Malibu Triathlon, presented by Bank of America, begins tomorrow through Sunday at Zuma Beach. Athletes will compete in 3 different course lengths consisting of swimming, biking, and running. New to this year is the long course, consisting of a 1.2-mile swim, 56-mile bike, and a 13.1-mile run. Athletes will begin their journey tomorrow afternoon at the Expo event, with the event officially beginning at 6:50 Saturday morning.
Speaking of the triathlon, I know you are going to be participating in it.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
You know, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. It's my first triathlon,
Oh
so.
my gosh, I can't even imagine doing that. It sounds so difficult. So
Good
good for you.
I hope we'll be there cheering you along on the side. Or
Have you been training?
Yeah, I've been training, but I probably could have trained a little more. But
I'm sure,
you know,
I'm sure all of them can. So
we're rooting
good luck.
for you, Hannah.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. That's super exciting.
Thank you so much.
A house as colorful as its owner, the fashion icon who is selling her beach home in Malibu.
Sneaker insanity and the new shoe that has crowds lining up from all over Malibu.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org. We're now joined by Tiger, who has all the info on a new listing up in Malibu that was once owned by a very eccentric fashion designer. What can you tell us about that?
Yes,
Exciting.
homes and shoes seem to be all the rage in Malibu this week. Clothing designer Betsy Johnson lists her iconic Malibu home for almost $2 million. This $2 million home is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, uniquely decorated mobile home. The mobile home is in Paradise Cove, one of the most exclusive trailer parks in the nation, with 24-hour security, beach access, and a community clubhouse. You can see this listing featured on Compass. Long lines formed today outside of Max Field's Malibu location as sneaker fanatics tried to get their hands on a new shoe. Sacai and Nike Men's released their second set of the LD waffle sneakers this morning. Eager fans started lining up as early as 3 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Some people got their hands on them and others, unfortunately, walked away empty-handed. The shoes sold out within hours. Rolling Stone praises her as one of the greatest singers of all time, and tonight she will be performing right here at Pepperdine. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Darlene Love will perform some of her greatest hits during her show tonight at Smothers Theater. You may remember her from her Billboard #1 hit, He's a Rebel, or from her appearances in numerous Broadway shows like Hairspray and Grease. The show begins at 8 p.m. Wow, we've got $30 million Carbon Beach homes and $2 million trailer park homes.
Yeah. I really want to know what it looks like inside a $2 million mobile.
Crazy colorful, pink and
crazy.
yellow.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wild.
Based on her style and based on like her designs, that's like not at all shocking.
Exactly, but for $2 million.
It's a lot. I know it's an amazing location though.
True.
Like very exclusive. So I'm sure, I don't think it'll be on the market for long. I'm sure someone will
definitely
will
not.
Be,
Someone's going to snatch that up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tiger. Remembering the Fallen. Savannah Welsh shows us how Pepperdine honors the 18th anniversary of the September 11th attacks with a powerful tribute.
A day of remembrance, recognition, and reflection. Yesterday marked the 18th anniversary of 9/11. Commemorating those who lost their lives 18 years ago, Pepperdine hosted its annual memorial service for the first time above the Waves of Flags display at Alumni Park. The service was filled with speakers, a wreath-laying ceremony, and concluded with the planting of the final flag by Pepperdine partner Pat Boone. I spoke with Boone about his reaction to being asked to plant the final flag.
I am so honored and grateful. I didn't know Tom Burnett. Of course, the flag I planted was in honor of him.
He also talked about the origins of this tradition and the effect the display has on the Malibu community.
So I said, look, I'll buy the flags, which I did. And we did it that year, and it's been growing to me every year. Tell us who Pepperdine is.
Jesse Arnold, Executive Vice President of the Student Government Association and one of the students asked to lay the ceremonial wreath, commented on the significance of the service.
It was an incredible honor to be a part of the ceremony and just to be able to witness all of the Pepperdine community and the greater Malibu community coming together.
One of the speakers, SGA President Meredith McCoon, talked about what we can learn from tragedy.
Events do happen that are out of our control, even last year with things that happened with the fires and things that heavily affected our campus, that even when everything is going great, like things can happen.
The ceremony honored those still grieving and the heroes who stepped forward to save lives that day 18 years ago.
Well, I've been down to see the flag display, and I think it's powerful every year.
It's really
so
beautiful. It's really amazing. So many people come out to see it, so it's great.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, that'll do it for us this evening.
Have a great weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday.